Hey guys, welcome to How to Be Fancy. Today I thought I would show you how I curl and style my hair extensions into a retro look. So to get started with this, you'll want to curl your hair exactly how you curled the extension. So starting midway down the shaft, I just start rolling up toward my hairline, making sure to get all of those little ends tucked into the curling iron. And then I want to just hold that, roll it up, and pin it with a little pin curl clip. Then you just want to repeat that process all over your head with all of the curls rolled under and down toward the nape of your neck. Once you let that curl sit for a good 20-30 minutes, you just want to take all of those pins out, and I like to loosely run my fingers through just to break up all of those curls. Using a hairbrush or a tingle teaser is what I'm using here. You could also use something like a Denman brush. I like to use something with plastic bristles. I'm just going to break up that curl even more so it's not ringlets, and I'm going to do the same thing to the hair extensions. If you want to see how I got them colored and cut and curled, you can check out my last video. So just really focusing on the ends of these, I'm going to brush them around my hand so they kind of get a little bit more of a smoothness. Now on to placing the hair extensions. The first extension I like to place at the nape of my neck, and I'm just going to tease with my teasing comb or teasing brush at the roots of my hair and then give that a good spray with hairspray. This is just going to give the extensions something to grip to. So on the lowest part of my hair, I use the 3-clip weft, and I start in the middle using the middle clip to kind of center everything and then space out the clips on either side. Just kind of helps make sure everything is good and centered. Now this section is where we're going to place the largest of the wefts, and so I want to put this not right at my ear line, but I'm going to put it just above that, maybe about an inch or an inch and a half, so it's right where I want the most volume in my hair. And again, I'm going to give that a good tease, a big spray, and this is the big, you can see how big this is. I'm going to brush through that. Look how shiny and pretty that is. And you're going to see like a huge transformation when I do this. Again, starting with those middle 2 clips, positioning them in the center of my head, and then working from there out to the sides. But see how thick and luscious my hair looks now? I love that part. Now that I have like an extensions mullet, we're gonna work on the sides a little bit just to kind of even things out. So starting just above that last extension, but on the left side of my part, I'm going to add a 2-clip weft right here, and this will just kind of add some length to the sides. But with pinup hairstyles, it's really a U shape that you're going for, so unlike traditional extensions, you don't have to add as many to the sides because you still want that U shape. So then I'm just gonna position my actual hair over this, and you can tease the underside of your real hair, and that will just kind of help hide that extension underneath, especially since these clips are still white. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, teasing again, and for these I like to position them with the clip not super close to my temples, so I position the front clip first and then just clip the back in just to make sure that that's well hidden, because you don't want that to show at the front of your hairline. That would be kind of horrible. And then I just kind of tease the bottom and start blending that as I go. And then I'm going to part this one more time because I have more hair on this side. So just kind of under my bang section is where I'm going to add the final weft. And you can see I'm teasing my crown quite a bit and making sure that there's enough hair in the back to cover all of these little bitty extensions back there. And you just want to make sure that none of that is showing. So tease that up and smooth it over those extensions to hide them. Same thing again, positioning it at the front first and then clipping it toward the back. Then pulling my bang section over the front. We're going to start working on that area. To get that fun Marilyn Monroe-esque height to the front, I'm going to start teasing my bang and crown area. So just section off little pieces just like we've done in the past and really give that a good tease. You want kind of a cotton candy finish once you've got this all teased up. And I like to take the previous section and kind of blend that into what I'm currently teasing just so that there are no parts or little splits in my bang section. So just do this. I do it maybe 4 or 5 times just to get the volume that I want. You can do it more or less depending on what you like. Then you just want to take a smoothing comb and smooth out all of those outer layers. And I like to lay my hand in here to make sure I don't lose any of that volume as I start to brush out this little swoop. Make sure you don't have any little holes in there. You can just use your teasing comb or smoothing comb to work that out. Now I like to add a few pin curl clips just to that bang area to help hold in all of the volume that I worked so hard to create, and that just keeps it stable while I brush through the bottom and smooth everything else out. I also really like to use my fingers to determine what the curl of my hair is wanting to do. It's just a little bit gentler than using the brush, and I can kind of see what's happening. So you can see I'm blending my extensions in with my natural hair and getting this cool little S shape just by using my fingers. And you can get some more volume in the bottom by using your fingers as well, and that helps blend everything all together. Then I just like to take my comb and smooth everything, especially at the crown, because retro styles the curl, you want it all at the bottom. So really focus on bringing that curl down to the bottom. Pull your pin curl clips out, smooth everything down. You may want to give it a good spray. I like to use a finishing oil just over the roots of my hair to smooth any flyaways down, and then I run the rest through the ends, but not too much or you'll lose all of your curl.
So here is my final result with 5 of the extensions in. I find with hair extensions, if you have a hard time keeping curl in your natural hair, adding them in pre-curled really helps to kind of boost the curl of everything. So this is kind of one of my little cheats. I get a lot more length out of this, a lot more volume, and it's pretty simple. In the last video, I showed how I cut, color, and curl these extensions, so make sure you check that out. I also talk a little bit more in detail about the exact type of extensions these are and all the specific details of that. So if you're curious about that process, make sure to check that video out. I don't want to be too redundant in this video. I just wanted to show you how I style the extensions. If you have any questions, leave those down below for me. I will put, of course, all of the information to Irresistible Me down in the description bar below. There's a 20% off link down below if you would like to use that. You are more than welcome to do that or not. It's entirely up to you. If you like this video, I would love it if you gave it a thumbs up, and make sure that you are subscribed if you aren't already so you can see more hair videos like this. Also have this makeup look coming very soon, so you want to subscribe to make sure you catch that as well. If you miss me before next Thursday, you can always find me on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all of the places. I'm at How to Be Fancy, and I would love to see you over there. Until next time, guys, I love you, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.